Go. Yep.
Hey, hey, you got it. This is your girl of Philadelphia. Hey, this is your girl, the Princess of Comedy, Miss Darkchild, and you are now tuned into Sadior Presents another edition of Open Conversation. This is Thursday, February 3rd, correct? February 3rd. And we are here with Open Conversation. We got my brother, man, who's never slow but always fast, Mr. You Got It, Fast Lane.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy, and I'm
I don't know
out in the
where he
world.
I don't know
Yay,
where
yay.
he at, but this man got on a V-neck and a t-shirt.
Yeah, well,
So-
you know, it's still light outside here.
Well, it's dark down here. We got our man, the man is not simply, but always makes it happen. We got our man Simply who?
Simply D, the one and only, the original. And if somebody else copies and tries to duplicate the name, they are phony and needs to get off the you know what. It's the one and only, baby.
Simply D, you looking simply amazing today. I'm digging that ascot today. That polka dot is what you do. Oh, they didn't understand the assignment. Shake that shit tonight. You looking amazing tonight. And you know we
Thank
got
you,
our
baby.
girls somewhere way down in Nevada. We got the A, the B, the C, the E, the E, the who Monet? J Monet. Where you at, girl? She there?
No, she ain't on.
All
So-
right. Now we got the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, but the number 5, you got our boy Mark who? 5,
Mark
the man
5.
behind the plan that makes it all happen. What's up, Mark?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feel? How's everything? Thanks for joining
All right,
Open Conversation. I'm
We
still sitting here
somewhere.
trying to get things situated. They give me a hard time to go, I noticed. What's up with social media?
Simply D, we missed you. Fast Lane, we missed you last week. Where are you?
I'm moving and grooving. I'm south, far south of the border. I'm way down in the jungle deep. That badass lion stepped on that goddamn monkey feet. I'm way down in Florida, you know.
It looks simply amazing. I'm watching the helicopters go through here. I would call that a moon roof.
Oh, you know, a little panoramic, you know.
That's some
Gotta see the sky.
panoramic you got going on.
Yeah.
That's really nice. How's the weather?
Oh, beautiful. 75. The sun just went down, and I'm loving it.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful. Everything's good.
Absolutely.
We jealous. You gotta ride before we get off this broadcast. You gotta at least ride past and show us at least one palm tree.
Oh shit. I
At
might
least
have
one
passed some of
palm.
them. At least one,
palm.
I got you.
All right.
I got you.
All right. Hey, Simply D, how's it going?
It's going. Today's a mental day for me. There's a lot of dumb stuff happening. I'm still dealing with dumb people who showing up without masks, without vaccination cards, just dumb-dumbs. I'm just over it. This is a mental day for me. I look good, but I'm having a mental breakdown.
All right. They not even showing up with the phony vaccine card.
Exactly.
Come on, Simply. Not even the phony cards.
I mean, this has been in effect since January 3rd. Today is what? February 3rd. You dumbass motherfuckers, get your shit together for real. Excuse my French.
Is that French?
Someone's a little angry.
Huh?
Someone's a little angry.
Yeah, there's just so much going on that I can't get into. But I just say I'm just over a lot of stuff. This year, I'm just not putting up with people and their it. I'm just not doing it. You know what I mean? If you ain't got the right credentials to be in my life, exit, stage left.
And you can tell he's upset because look how he moves. He is walking in circles.
I'm done. I'm really done.
Dumb, he's done with dum-dums. So we must get a good dum-dum moment from him tonight. Always got to piss Simply D off during February, Black History Month. Mark
How
5,
about
what's
that?
going on with you?
I was just telling Mr. Fastlane before we went live. I've just been going through a cold breakdown. Everything is, well, we all going through breakdowns. He going through people with the dum-dum. I'm going through code breakdowns. When you trying to remember different codes when you logging on your social media and all that, and then they won't let you keep the same code. So you start thinking of a new code. You don't remember that code because that's not the code that you wanted. I'm going through that right now. Look, and it's really aggravating because when you have like 5 or 6 different devices and you didn't realize that you didn't change it on one device, you go to log on, you're like, what the hell? So I'm going through that. Other than that, I'm like Simply D, 2022. I'm not letting nothing bother me. I'm staying positive, motivated.
I don't know if I said this before, but this right here is very becoming of you. I don't know if it's the gray and the salt and pepper look, but it's very distinguished. And the curly top, it added some youth to it. It took away age and added some youth.
Oh, it added youth? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Look, I thought I looked older.
No, indeed not. It looked like it added a little wisdom to you.
Yeah, I feel that way too. Like I said, 2022, I'm trying to be more, Husa.
What the birthday twin say?
She like this.
Love it.
We got a vaccination card in
What I get?
Yeah,
Did I get love it or cut it?
love it.
Love it. I love it. See, I told you, birthday twin man. I think a lot. Do what this shit says.
Yeah. Trying to do a different look. I just ordered some new glasses. Trying to get the studious look.
How's my birthday twin doing?
She's doing good. Like I said, always staying positive energy, motivated. Basically, the whole internet boutique thing, real heavy with that.
Okay. All right. As long as birthday twin doing good, I'm doing good. All right. Everything is good. We positive for 2002. Simply D, you look like you got a lot on your mind. Give me one of your dumb moments because you look like you need to get it off your chest right now. Go on and get it off your chest if you need to get it off right now.
Okay, so here's my dumb moment. Here's my dumb moment. Dumb, if you want to talk about me, make sure you talk to people who don't know me.
What's up, bro? How you?
Okay,
Hey, champ.
because
How are you?
if they know me, they're gonna come back and they're gonna tell me. And let me tell you something. If you then think that you can approach me, dumb, these hands are still quick, and they can tag a couple of chins. So you take your chance, dumb.
I guess this joined us. She muted early. See, no, you can stay on though. All people not on color time. So stop using that for our color people. Some of us do come early. Muted.
Yeah.
Muted still, yeah. Unmute yourself. Yeah. And then I got J Monet text him saying she trying to jump on. So
okay. We love our J Monet sister. She there in the building. She coming. So I think we about ready.
You can hear me now?
Is we about to take it back to the Ford? Simply
I'm muted.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Simply D. We about to take it back to the Ford.
Yes.
Because he said, yes. Look at him.
I'm ready.
He ready.
You can test.
All right.
You can test me if you wanna.
I think y'all better leave my Simply D alone. So we here. It's Black History Month. It's a lot going on. Simply D. There's a lot going on, and it's Black History Month. We see our guest has showed up.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome. Hello. How are you, beautiful?
How you doing? I don't see everybody.
Welcome, Queen. You got to open up your screen, Queen.
Now you gotta unmute yourself.
Now you got to unmute yourself. Do you see
You
me?
muted yourself again.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So,
Because I went on through my phone and not my computer today.
so introduce yourself to all our viewers and our listeners.
Hi, everybody. I'm Queen, the Uncensored. That's also a sister show on Sadior. Y'all can call me Queen or y'all can call me Fatima, whichever y'all feel comfortable with.
Your name is Fatima?
Yes.
Queen. So tell us a little bit about yourself for those that don't know your program, and just give us a little clip, little bio about who you are and what you represent.
I'm the queen of popping shit.
The queen
And
of
I'm
popping
backing up. Now, well, I also have a show on this radio station called Uncensored. We on every second and fourth Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And on that show, we discuss trending things. We have discussions about topics that's trending, and sometimes I come up with topics that is uncomfortable that most people don't like to talk about, and we have open dialogue on there. And most of the times, I have guests on there, or I depend on the audience to chime in and to call in. We go live on Facebook, Instagram. I have 2 pages. My Brooklyn Fatima, that's my personal page, and then __ Uncensored Show on Instagram, and then we have it on Sadior. We do them all live on Sundays from every second and fourth Sunday from 7 to 9, and like we just chop it up, and we have unfiltered, uncensored conversation. And I tend to kind of pick topics that is that we go through in our culture that most people don't like to talk about, that's uncomfortable with talking about. And I just feel like, we need to have more open dialogue, and have better communication in our culture. And it's a lot of us need healing, and I think that you can't heal what's not revealed. So I'm trying to like change the trajectory of things. You know how in our culture we are taught to suppress things, and you shouldn't talk about this, and you shouldn't talk about that. So I'm trying to change the norm and then make nothing taboo and make everything talkable, a discussion. So
for example, let's give us a topic that you said we need, in order to heal, we got to talk about it. So
let me one quick question. Give us the topic that you bring it to the forefront today. Matter of fact, let's just jump into that, because I know it's probably gonna be something that shouldn't be talked about. So
that's how I was actually going.
I don't think it's that bad.
Real quick, but before you start, I gotta show love to Jay Monet, is on, our co-host. She just jumped on. What's up, Jay?
Hey family, what's up? I like what I'm hearing so far, Miss Fatima.
Thank you. I
just wanted to make sure I recognized you, that you on the radio, for our Facebook viewers and our YouTube watchers and Sadior listeners. So Fatima, what topic you want to talk about? Let's get right to it.
So of course, I'm always chapping and talking. Even when I'm not on the air, I have a bunch of friends that's guys and girls, and we have a whole bunch of different topics or whatever. So today we were talking about accountability. And it was certain conversations that came up and certain scenarios that came up in regards to accountability. And I was going to bring it to here, and because I think that the word accountability is being used so loosely, and I think being misused too. So I gave a scenario, and I put the question on my page in regards to a lot of times where, let's just talk about in relationships, where I know I've been told that, and a lot of times when, let's say if it was a cheating involved, and they always be like, well, both parties need to take accountability. And I don't feel like sometimes it's not both parties. You know what I mean? If the person cheated and the other person didn't cheat, there's no, there's a reason why he cheated or she cheated or whatever. I think the person that cheated is held completely responsible. So I was having a conversation with 2 of my homeboys today, and I'm giving this example. So let's say we all know that Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, right? So Beyonce did not leave Jay-Z. They went to counseling and they worked it out or whatever. So let's say that Jay-Z got caught cheating tomorrow. Would everybody be saying, well, Beyonce needs to take accountability for her role in it because she should have left the first time? Because that in the hood, that's what a lot of people say. Oh, well, if you took him back, then you got to take the blame too. So that's what I want to talk about. Like, so sometimes, like, should the person that gave her husband or his wife a second chance and then give up on the marriage or whatever still be held accountable if the other spouse still cheats again?
Should they?
I don't think so. I mean, if it's a repeated situation, like, okay, let's say if it was one time, we talking about marriage. Now, if you're in marriage, that's a serious thing. So if you catch your spouse cheating, of course, you're supposed to react and it's supposed to be, I think it should be some counseling. You should work it out. But I think that we're living in an era where people give up on relationships so easy. Now, I'm not saying stand there and be around and let your spouse keep on cheating on you. But if it's one time and then it happened the second time, people gonna say that the other person should be held accountable too because he or she should have left the first time. I don't look at it that way. How do you guys look at it?
Well, my opinion on this is we are freaking grown and responsible for our own actions. Period. Is if I do something, how is the other person responsible for my actions?
Right.
So it's more so everybody has to be responsible for their own actions. I don't feel as though that my wife should apologize for what I do.
Well, not apologize. They're saying that the wife should take accountability too. And I just don't, they were trying to beat it in my head, but I don't understand how is it the person that didn't cheat, because they had a forgiving heart, they should be held accountable for believing that you're gonna change. I don't get it.
That's a good question. That's go ahead, Jay. I see your eyes. Go ahead, Jay. What you got, Jay? I'm like,
Yeah,
I look down, I see you like,
Oh my
but you
goodness.
see her eyes.
Yes.
Go ahead, Jay.
Man, look.
Maybe y'all can help me
look,
because I'm confused.
I'm on both sides of this thing. All right, so first of all, I do like a 30, 45 minute little set about accountability. And what I talk about is, you go in the bathroom and you murder that bathroom. You blow it up so much, it's killing your stomach and nose. You rush out the bathroom, somebody else rush in the bathroom. And they're like, damn, it's stinking here. Who the hell did this? Now you get upset and offended and embarrassed. But that's your shit. Be accountable for your shit. You did that. You caused that. So I laugh with that in life because it's like certain situations happen, and because we're embarrassed or we're upset, we try to find a way to like deny it. And that's a lot of reason, the fear of what other people think about us. We have to get past the point that we don't give a damn of what people think about us. As far as the Bible and you saying marriage, well, the bed is undefilable. You can be married to the backslider. So if he out there messing around or she out there messing around, your love that covers a multitude of faults is supposed to cover that. So I understand the first time having forgiveness and, accepting that person and trying to work through it. However, if it's continuous, no, I'm not going to continue to deal with it. And yes, I am accountable because now I'm upset, I'm bothered. And those are feelings that now I've accepted, I've placed on myself because you've already shown me how you want to be. So again, for me, it doesn't matter what the other people still think. It's how I got to internalize that and how I got to think about that. And I just feel as though we need to be honest and upfront when we say those things. People like, be honest with me, be honest. I always want the truth. And you give them the truth and smack the shit out of them. Then they're like, damn, you like, I should have lied to your ass. However, within your own being, you got to be comfortable with whatever you decide to say to someone. And I'd rather say something to you in truth, and you know that it's coming from an honest and a sincere heart that we can possibly make things better versus lying to you to make you feel better. You know what I mean? So those just my thoughts. I'm a single chick. So who's the damn say? You know what I'm saying?
People do not want the truth. They don't want it. I don't care how you try to dress it up.
Let me chime in and say this. I think, and I agree with Jay. We do have to be held accountable for what we say. And I mean for your own shit. Now
that's it.
If you're in a relationship and it says till death do us part, for better or for worse, you take those vows. You need to take those vows seriously. I don't know if I'm that chick that can I might be able to do infidelity once. But damn, I don't think I could do it twice.
Right. So I
Right.
was having a discussion with somebody today just before I got on. And I think it's totally different. He was like, oh, well, I don't like when people be talking on celebrity relationships and all that. Like, he said, it's like everybody be rooting for people to break up and get divorced or whatever. And I was like, now with this, I told him about what we're going to be discussing. Now, with that being said, I'm one of those people, like, I'm not a fan of Cardi B and Offset relationship, because it seems like it's very unhealthy. It's a repeat situation. He cheats, he buys her a gift, then they get back together, then it's on repeat and they do it again. Now, if it's a repeated situation, even if it's marriage, I feel like, you got to count your losses at some point. But then he brought up,
what gift could he possibly buy her that she can't buy herself?
Yeah, no, he buys her cars that she can't even drive because she doesn't even know how to drive. But I'm saying this is what they do. He cheats, he publicly get caught, and he buys her these lavish gifts, a whole bunch of bags and foreign cars, and then, okay, we're back together, and then it's repeat. They do the same thing over, and then he buys her another car and stuff like that. So I'm like over that. Like, I'm over their relationship. So I'm one of those people that when people be like, oh God, I love them together, and this they so real and all that, I say they promoting unhealthiness, toxic shit. Like, so it's like teaching people, well, if you buy them something nice, then they'll forgive you, and then you could get back in there good. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, they're married. So I get it. So I feel like you said, maybe if it's once, we can go through counseling and we could try to work this out. But when you started to make a habit of it, no, it's time for us to cut our losses.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Dark Child says, to death do us part. Can death do us part? Like, not always a physical, I'm dead, but dying inside. Like, damn, I am dying inside. Don't that count? I'm dying. Why I gotta be dead before I leave your ass? Every single situation, every time I see you on the phone, my mind is going somewhere. If I'm not able to talk to you and for us to try to get some clarity and for me to be able to have some peace and put that behind me, because if I'm gonna stay with you, I have to be mature enough and know how to manage my feelings that I can't, every single thing you do, I'm suspect of what you doing, who you talking to, why is that's not your cousin. Like, I got to get past that and grow with it. So everybody got to, again, take accountability and grow if that's what they want to choose to do, or be honest and let it go.
Well, I still don't get what accountability, okay, so let me tell you another example that my friend used. My friend said, let's say if you was a thief, everybody knows that you're a thief, and I let you in my house and you steal something. Although you wrong for stealing, I got to take accountability for letting you in my house knowing that you was a thief. And that's why I say I think the accountability word is being used too loosely. So because I let you in my house, even though you were a thief, I didn't think that you would steal from me, or you said that you changed or whatever. I got to take accountability for your wrong actions. I just don't agree with that. I just think that people are throwing that word around.
Okay, so all right, Fatima. I'm gonna go directly to what you just said, because I talk about that directly. I have family members, sister, brothers that have been on crack for 30, 40 years. Damn it, they still. It's a family event. They come to my house. I don't want to necessarily ostracize them and say that they can't come, but everybody know they still. So this is what I do. When I get up, I take my pocketbook. Now she look at me like I'm crazy, and I say, "What you looking at me for? You know you a thief. It's good enough you in my house, and you can't use the bathroom upstairs, downstairs. So I'm gonna try to secure as much as I can. However, I still gotta be accountable that I have you in my presence. And if something wind up missing, well, damn it, that's on me. So I try to protect myself as much as possible. And I cook and I stir the beans with my pocketbook on my shoulder, because nigga, you a thief. And I'm actually making myself uncomfortable because you here. So yeah, it's about being accountable for your own, how we say, protect your energy. It's about, yes, being accountable for who you having around you and what you are allowing people to do to you.
Real quick. Simply did, well, he off now. Mr. Fastlane, you got anything you want to jump in while you outside? I think you outside, ain't you? Go ahead, Simply D. Let's get some mid aspect.
As I was trying to say, People don't want to be honest. They would rather lie than tell the truth. For instance, when I'm in a relationship or when I'm entering a relationship with someone, I tell them straight up, yo, don't lie to me. You don't have to lie. You want to see other people, see other people. That clean cards, not they please. See other people. I don't care because I may not have enough time to be with you anyway. They still lie. They still lie.
Mr. Fastlane, you got something? You gotta unmute yourself. I know you outside. That's why I'm trying to get to you real quick.
No, I don't have nothing as of yet. I'm just listening and trying to hear. I was in the gym. I couldn't really hear everything. So you know, it was hard for me to be caught up on everything right now.
So real quick, I'm gonna say this, and then Fatima, you can go. I think what it is when you say death do you part, it's more so pertaining to death of the relationship, as far as when the relationship and the marriage is dead. I don't think it mean you broke. That's just my opinion on it, because I don't know no religion that say stay into a marriage if you're getting abused or you're emotionally getting tore down or anything of that sort. You know, I don't think that that's what death do you part mean. I think it's more so death of the feelings, the relationship is done, is dead, as we say. So that's what I think.
Let me just respond to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because to death do you part means exactly that, with the exception of there's certain exceptions to that rule. Now, before you get to death do you part, you got also to love, honor, and to cherish. So you can't take and pick out what parts of the vows you want to live by, because you're supposed to live by all of them. Now, if you love, honor, and you cherish your marriage and your spouse, then it's till death do you part. But if you become, if the relationship becomes where it's physical or it's detrimental to your health, then no, there's exceptions to that rule. Even when you have situations such as forsaking all others. When you forsake all others, that means you have to leave all those others out of your marriage. When you have those other people that's interfering in your marriage, then you have also violated them vows, which means now you have an out. When you start cheating, the abuse, so on and so forth, situations as such, you know, those create situations where as though you have an out in your marriage. Now, you're supposed to stick it out. You're supposed to try to fight through all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, those are your outs. Now, if you don't take those outs, then that means you're in it for the long haul. And at the end of the day, you still have to do what you're supposed to do to honor and cherish and love, most importantly, your spouse.
All right, so let me ask you something real quick so I can jump back on something that Fatima said from what you just said. So say a person cheat, right, in a relationship. Is it the other person's responsibility to take on the apology for the other person's cheating? That's basically, I don't know if you heard it earlier because I know you was in the gym. That's basically what her topic was that she brought to the table.
So let me make sure I'm clear. So if I cheat, it's my wife's responsibility to apologize for my cheating?
No, I'm not saying, they're not saying that it's the wife's responsibility to apologize. They saying, like, if he cheat, you're my husband and you cheat, I find out you cheat and I don't leave, and we could go to counseling, we could do all that, and then you cheat again, then the second time you cheat, I got to take accountability because I should have just left you the first time. Instead of just saying, no, you know what, she was a kind person and she, you know, had faith that her husband was going to change. They say, no, you got to take responsibility because you should have just left. And I don't agree with that. That's just like a pastor or people at outreach programs. They got a whole bunch of sick people or a whole bunch of people that's on drugs and this, that, and the third, and they helping them. So if they steal from the thing, oh, now you got to take accountability because why are you having this outreach program here and you know it's a bunch of drug addicts and stuff like that? No, people need to be held accountable for what they do and not held other people accountable for what the other person is doing.
You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. You don't have you cannot be held accountable for what somebody else does, what else somebody else do, what their shortcomings are. If a person cheat and you forgive them and they cheat again, well, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. However, you still don't have to be apologetic to anyone. You have to say, you know what? I gave you an opportunity. You failed. Now I owe it to myself to move on, because it's obvious that this is not what you want. It's time to move on. You can't just keep yourself in that miserable circle. If that's what you want to keep yourself in, then that's on you. Whatever comes to you is your fault at that point. If you forgive a person the first time and they do it again, they cheat again, then you have to roll. You owe it to yourself to go ahead and roll.
Yep, you gotta know when to say enough is enough. I'm out.
You gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Exactly.
Because trust and believe, my bags were packed and U-Haul was called and I was out.
So what else we got? Something else, another topic somebody said, because I want to make sure we cover the other topic. Anything? What y'all think about this?
Let me say this. I think, first of all, we're gonna put allegedly out there, because these folks is that Tasha K situation getting sued. They went talking about chicks got herpes and all that. We ain't going through all that. We ain't got no money that long. So everything is alleged.
You don't want to get sued.
Everything is alleged. We ain't going that deep. If you're in a relationship with somebody and he cheats, he or she, because it go both ways, tend to make the other person internalize that it was their fault that they cheated in the beginning. If you wasn't blank a little bit more, or you didn't like a little bit more, or you didn't diss a little more, or you didn't fly a little bit more, so they internalize to keep it and make it think that it was you.
I'm not.
So these things tend to change. Why would I take accountability for your stupidity, for your unhappiness? If you're unhappy, then leave.
That's my point.
If you did it the first time and I took you back, I'm really having a hard time thinking it would be a second time. The conditions would be so bad. If it was done to me, we would just have to leave, because I would just put this fool through the ringer. Like, you would be barking like a dog and jumping over hoops and doing all kinds of stuff. So
go ahead. Go ahead, Simply. I know what you're about to go.
If the results are the same, if you're doing the same things that made me cheat the first time, then you gotta expect it's gonna happen again.
What did you say? If you're doing the same thing that made me cheat the first time?
I knew she was going to jump on
that. Did you just say that?
Then you gotta believe it's gonna happen again if you're doing the same thing.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking I'm mishearing it. What did you say?
If you're doing the same things as to why I cheated the first time, you gotta believe it's gonna happen again.
Because you just not said that made me cheat. That's what you said the first time, right? That's what he said, right, Mom?
No.
He said, go ahead. He's trying to start some shit.
He must be. Because can't nobody make me cheat, bro.
What did you say?
Because the first time you said if you doing the same things that made me cheat the first time, I'm like, did you?
Okay. What I'm saying is this: if we're having issues, and I went out and cheated, right? And we go to counseling and all that, and we still having those same issues, you don't think that person's going to cheat again?
Yeah, but I don't like what you said. Made. Nobody can make anybody.
Okay,
cheat.
change the wording. I'm saying, if we have the same issues, right? And I cheated, and we go to counseling and all that, and we say, oh yeah, we're gonna make this work. and then the same issues are reoccurring, do you think that person's going to go cheat again?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
what
I'm
I was
saying.
getting ready to say before he gave his comment. Now, those of y'all don't know that I was married. I'm actually still legally married, but I know when I was in my marriage, my husband cheated a couple of times. I kicked him out, we worked it out, and then we got back together. Now, me being the person that I am now, and they went through the experiences that I went through, one time you cheat on me now, you're clipped. Like, there's no working it out. I know
Wait a
that
minute.
shit.
Let me ask you a question. What was working it out? Explain.
We was going
working
to
it out.
marriage counseling and everything.
That's working it out.
Yeah, we went to marriage counseling. We were trying to discuss how did we get there, how do we not go there again, and all that. That's what you call working it out. Mm-hmm. You
Real
don't
quick,
agree?
I gotta say what's up to Yvette. She's on. I gotta say what's up to Dot. One of our favorite
Hey, God.
open conversation people. She's on. She said hi to everybody.
Hey, God.
Now, can I ask Fatima?
You
I
don't
don't
agree?
agree
What's
with
her
it
name?
working
That's
it out.
Miss Darkchild.
Fatima, hello, Fatima. Are you going through a divorce now?
Huh?
Are you going through divorce now?
Yes.
See, so you and I had the same similar situation. So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Same thing. And that's why I said if the results are the same, go to counseling and all that. But that individual still doing the same thing, I gotta go.
Right.
Gotta go.
Well, sometimes you don't know the individual was doing the same thing, but once you come, like to me personally, I'm legally separated. Everything I'm dating, and I don't have a problem with if we're dating and we're not dating exclusively. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. But once we make a decision and we doing it exclusively, and that means there's no other person involved, which I've never gotten to that level with anybody yet since me and him been separated. If I'm in a relationship and I find out that you're cheating, there's no working it out. There's not giving you no second chances because in my personal experience, if you cheated once, you're going to cheat again. So I don't have time.
Exactly.
I'm still stuck on that. I'm still stuck on working it out.
Okay, what are you stuck on that?
If you have feelings for the person, you go to counseling and try to work it out.
Hold on, let her talk.
Y'all say one person. Say it again, Doc.
I don't understand what was there to work out.
She's saying one shot you clip. That's it. Ain't nothing to work out. That's what.
Are you
married? To work out. He's done what he wanted to do. He wanted to place his penis neatly, maybe in some other female.
Let me ask you a question.
To work.
Let me ask you a question. Are you married?
No.
Have you ever been married?
No.
Okay.
That's the answer.
Yeah, that is.
It's easy to say that stuff when you've never been something.
No.
It's easy to say what
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever put cement in a nigga boot?
I knew that was coming.
It's easy to say what you won't do when you've never been married. But when you've been married, then marriage is a different commitment than being boyfriend and girlfriend. It's different commitment than just dating. Marriage is something completely different. You have taken a vow that you owe to your partner and that you owe to God.
And
you have
stood before many people. Stuff involved as well.
Yes.
So wait a minute.
Yes. So you have to work out everything.
So just
you work out and do what you can.
God, you can't do the same stuff as these people have been common law married and they live by the same rules.
There's a difference. There's a difference. And I'm gonna tell you the difference. Most court systems don't honor common law.
Okay, forget that honoring part, but tell me how we live different from a marriage and not marriage.
Because when you have legal ties to any and everything a person owns, that is completely different. It's a whole different realm. If you haven't stepped into that realm, it's hard for you to understand.
Let me explain the difference. Let me explain the difference. If you're not married and you decide that you want to break up, you just break up. When you're married, you got to pay a whole bunch of money. You got to get lawyers. Y'all got to go down to the court. It's not just, okay, we're breaking up.
I get that.
Me and my husband been separated for 5 years, but we're still legally bonded together.
I get that part. I get that part.
All right, real quick. Go ahead, Jay, because I know I see you hold your hands up. Go ahead.
All right, so first thing I want to say is we as people, as a community that we're supposed to be, we have to have respect and appreciation that everybody got their own way of doing everything. That's first and foremost. We really get caught up in the way I see things, you're supposed to see things, and if you don't see them that way, you effed up. No, it don't have to be a right and a wrong. It can be a right and a different. So you can do what you want to do. I have been married, and my children are by my husband, period, point blank. And I was married for 13 years. And I had houses, I had cars, and I left him at 2:30 in the morning because enough was a fucking enough. 2:30 in the morning. And he put it down after about 4 months for abandonment because he didn't know where the hell I was. But I knew I wasn't going to go back to that after dealing with stuff since literally 2 weeks after we had been together. So I had accepted shit, got married with him, accepted shit, started having children, then got married, still continued to grow because financially, we was the shit. However, mentally, I was torn down. And this is somebody that's going to church, past his first aid, driving a school bus. So I'm with the Lord. I do benevolence, not just tithes. I'm that chick. Know the Bible scriptures. I understand this thing. But again, you begin to die inside and you have to question how much you feel like you're worth. Now, again, I left him 2:30 in the morning. This year is the 20th year anniversary that I've been gone. And I still can't get this man to leave me alone. So when you say dark child, what is it to work it out? Again, it's different for everybody. It could be counseling. It could be prayer. It could be you leaving that person and they recognizing how much they truly value you and then them doing everything they can possibly do to bring you back and never doing it again. We don't know. Each person is different. Each situation is different. And within our own selves, we're lying and dying and growing every day. How many things you say you're not going to do, but yet you do them? But we holding somebody else accountable to every single solitary word they say. But yet, honestly, we ain't doing the damn same thing to ourselves. Stuff we say we're not going to eat, places we're not going to go, stuff we're not going to wear, any of that damn stuff. But we want to hold somebody else to a higher place than when we hold ourselves. We got to, as people, get past that point. Stop judging every damn body, thinking that you know what the hell you need to do for everybody else. Do the shit you need to do for you, that you have peace of mind with. And hopefully together, as we grow as people, we can treat each other better because we'll value each other more because I value who I am and I respect who I am. So if I do that to me, I got to do that to you. If I'm humble within myself, recognizing I'm an F up, I gotta see that in you.
Go ahead, Simply D. I see you push the hand thing. I was like, what the hell is that? This hand on the screen.
I was trying to find
that. Go ahead.
It's like this. I've been in the same position for 5 years because this one doesn't want to go. She's been working the damn court system. I couldn't just get up and walk away. I legally have to go through a whole lot of shit in order to get this one out of my life. I can't just get up and walk away. And it's costing me too much damn money because this one don't want to leave because she wants money. She's sitting back waiting. Oh, this nigga doing this nigga doing that. I'm gonna get paid. I gotta pay lawyers. I had to get this is my 3rd lawyer. I had to try to get out of this mess.
I want to say real quick to everybody. I really appreciate this show on the Valentine's Day month. This is love.
I know, right?
Let me say this, and I'm gonna tap out because I'm getting ready to go somewhere totally different. And I think Jay Monet and Simply D just brought it together. And this goes back to Fastlane's point. He said, y'all said it's a difference between when you're married and you ain't married. So think about that when he or she decides to place that dick in another piece of pussy, or she decided to get it. If it was all that, then something should have stopped him from putting his dick in her and should have stopped her from, because if you're saying it like marriage is a whole nother entity, then where was it when he decided to go fuck another bitch?
But we're saying it's not that easy to just break up. That's what we're saying when you're married.
You step out on the marriage. So all that legal ramification and all that extra, we get all of that exists. And we already know that that exists. Yeah, it ain't boyfriend and girlfriend. It ain't playing house. It ain't all of that. But we're just the same as you use it to get out of it. To get in it, where is it to get out of? Because when you talk about, yeah, it ain't about playing house. It's a whole nother entity about this. Well, where was it when they decided to cheat?
Okay, what we're saying is we know that when you're married, they should not be cheating. They should know not to do. But we're saying that when you're married, it's not that easy just to end things. Like me, I was married more than 10 years. If you marry more than 10 years and you got a good job, your husband is entitled or your spouse is entitled to your pension and all of that. So it's certain things that you got to change. If you're the woman, you got to change your last name. These are all of the things that you have to consider if you want to just dead things, opposed to if you're just boyfriend and girlfriend and you like, it's over, you go your way, I go my way, and we just move on. When you're married, you don't understand, maybe because you're not married, it's a total different ball game. You could think I don't care if you've been with the guy common law 7, 10, 15 years. When that shit is legal, that shit hit different.
Fatima, let me tell you, again, I understand being married, and I was for 13 years and left. We would have been 33, 34 years right now with my young, beautiful self. I would have been married 30 some years. But I'm gonna tell you again, this is what happened. And this is when they say enough is enough. I didn't give a damn about the 401k because I have a 401k. I'm gonna be honest. Bullshit is nothing. When I did come back almost 2 years later, the nigga gloated in my face how he has used literally over $300,000. That's our money that I would not claim, because you know what? I came to the point I would rather have a peace of mind and trusting God and my ability to rebuild versus dealing with this BS and knowing I'm financially tied. Again, we got to understand what's more important. Is it your peace of mind, or is it having that what you think you worked for? You don't think you can earn that again? And I'm not saying that to you specifically. I'm saying that to us as a people, because we get caught again in money. And we're such Christians to say we don't care about money, but we get caught in that. So what's more important, your peace of mind, your sanity, or that damn dollar?
No, but what you did that.
My mom went through the same stuff. She got up one morning and walked away and left it all. And now I sit here and look at a woman who's got 3 master's degrees. She's a principal certificate. She's got her principal's, a master's degree. She has retired, and guess what? Got more money and outlived that man all her life.
Listen. I'm all for that, and I'm all for women empowerment. But we're saying, hold on. This one says she left at 2:30 in the morning, and you gave the example about your mother left. This is all, they got to a point. It wasn't just one incident and they just dropped everything. That's my point. I left too. Everybody reaches a point. I'm saying that to think that somebody's going to
Fatima, you didn't hear me.
I said like that after the first time, that's not realistic.
Fatima, you didn't hear me, baby. I said when I left, I had been going through there with him since 2 weeks of me dating him. And I said, in spite of those things, I still got pregnant. I still got married to him. So listen to what I'm saying. I endured a whole lot because that's what I was taught a good Christian woman does. And you with the man and you had the child, you stay with him. So it was a lot of things that I was taught that I don't feel as though was right, because it didn't teach me how to love me and appreciate me. I put somebody first who wasn't in that same place. So again, how can two walk together unless they equally yoked? So yes, a lot of accountability that needs to fall on you before you decide who the hell you want to marry. It's not just,
I think a lot of people do that. I think a lot of people do that. And I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna ask a question. And if you don't mind answering, Simply D, how many times have you been married?
3.
I heard
3. How many times have you been married, Fast Lane?
2.
2. I've never been married once. And I say that to say that people put a lot behind that marriage thing. And in the end, it's not every time it's all. This is my personal opinion. It ain't all what it cracked up to be. And guess what? At 54, I'm as happy as ever. Yeah, I don't go to bed alone. And I haven't been going to bed alone, and it ain't been with thousands of different men. I've been with the same man for 13 years. So it ain't
listen.
100 different men.
I'm with you. I'm not. I
You
personally
married.
am
You
for
common
marriage.
law married.
Listen, I personally am for marriage, but I'm not one of those ones that advocate and think that everybody should get married. I personally do want to get married again, but I do understand those that don't look at marriage as a goal. I respect that too.
They put too much
Well, let me
credence
say
in, and
this.
like
A lot of
Draymond said, they put too much into that piece of paper that make people they make people give up some of their identity. And you
well, let me
become,
say this.
what's the difference? I really want to know, and this is just something that came. I would love to get married. That's my thought, and that, but having this conversation now, I don't know. And I'm not worried about the money. I'm not worried about the money, but now I'm starting to look at it another time. I'm talking to my coworkers, and they 3 times, 2 times. I'd love to get married again. I don't know. What is that paper doing to relationships? Because I'm pretty sure when you stood before God the first time and you made them vows, I'm pretty sure you made them the second time. Didn't you say the same thing you said the first time?
Go ahead,
Nope.
Well, I
Simply-
think it depends on when you got married to. Some of us, I know I got married too young. If I get married again, I'm a whole nother person than I was the first time. So I think it all depends on the stage of life you at, and if you grown as a person.
So we just keep taking test
So,
runs.
Fatima, do you take accountability for that, for being married too young, for not being mature
Yes.
enough to understand? So again,
Well,
like I said, accountability falls into different situations that we're in. I don't believe in us sitting back and being victim, and not saying that that's what you're saying, but it's like almost sitting back, oh, this happened, and I'm forgiving and I'm loving. It's more than that. You come with wisdom and growth. Wisdom, not just knowledge, wisdom. How are you going to apply the knowledge that you know to do things different? Because as you just said, when I get married this time, it's going to be different. I may say the same words, but maybe the person that you seek and you accept that marriage proposal from is going to be different than what you did the first time. And that's growth, and that's maturity, and that's a beautiful thing. And we have a right to fall to get back up.
I don't know nobody else that's anybody else that can contest to this and on the panel that's married. The first time I got married, it was for love. The second time, I'm not saying the next time I get married, I'm not saying that love is going to be involved. That's not going to be involved, but it can't just be love. It got to make sense. It got to be about business. It got to be about all of that. Before it was just, oh, I love him. He loves me. Let's do this. Nah, you can't just get married because you love a motherfucker. It's got to be more.
I know that. So let me ask Simply D. I know you wanted to jump into Mr. Fastlane. I know you went back in the gym. I don't know if you want to jump on. Which one of y'all want to jump on? What you was going to say, Simply D?
I was going to say this. I definitely agree with Fatima. The next time I get married, because I love the sanctity of getting married and being with someone like that and being able to call that person my wife. But it definitely won't just be about love. And let me say this. Since I've gone through this process, I've been educated legally on the ramifications of a marriage and a divorce. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand that, but this thing is serious. When we sign that legal document saying that you two are together, there's a lot to come with that. It's for example, one, if your wife or your husband was of your wife, let me say the wife was to go out and cheat and she had a baby, the guy that she had the baby with isn't legally responsible. The husband is. There's a whole lot of legal stuff that comes with this that people need to understand. And I understand this thing now. Okay? The husband is responsible for that baby because she is legally married to him, and the father.
The baby will have your last name and everything.
That's right.
And depending on, and you know how people say it's just the paper, depending on what state you live in, I know in some of the southern states, if you cheat with somebody and they marry, the spouse can sue the person that they cheated with. You know that, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't just a paper. I know a lot of people like to think that it's deeper than that, but Yeah.
Well, I decided that when I get married again, because I do love being married, I think it's special and wonderful. I'm not worrying about somebody that love me. I'm going to marry somebody that likes the fuck out of me. Got me? Because we all understand that word love, and because we don't understand that agape love, and we don't know how to share it or receive it. You know, everybody got I don't know, some kind of demands on love. I love you as long as you don't have friends. I love you as long as you home at 6 o'clock. I love you as long as. But if somebody like you, they want to be around you all the time. So I'm gonna marry the person that like the fuck out of me. Because if you like me, you enjoy me, and you want the best for me. We got a lot of people, family and friends included, that we love, but we don't like. So when I get married, y'all gonna hear, do you like her to the end of time? Yes, I like her to the end of time. And that love thing will grow. The hell with that. I'm going with like, forget love.
I don't know about that.
I'm standing behind you. I'm with it because I done seen the divorce rate and I've seen it for all. I'm from the old school and I'm from Southern folks. And these Southern folks, they done stayed together. And I've seen people who have been together for a long, long time. And they just been, I did a comedy show Saturday with a couple that been together for 53 years. And you know what he said? He said the same thing, Jay, you said. They just like each other. She still rubbed his leg. She told me she picked his outfit out. Right? They ain't got to worry about getting married. They got kids together. They got they common law. They never got married. They said they didn't see no point in it. They was committed to each other and they was happy. And that's where I want to be. That he never stepped out. He never cheated. She picked his outfits out. They living in a retirement home together. They so happy. This little white couple. They just happy. This is what.
But you have a lot of beautiful, you got them married couple that, again, they can't, get the household. So somebody sleeping upstairs, somebody sleeping downstairs. They both dating somebody else, can't bring nobody home. Like, what kind of life is that? Because we can't get this household. I don't want to give him all this money. She can't get all this money. The hell with that. Find your happiness and your peace of mind and keep it fucking moving.
People ain't gonna make no commitment to move to another state or move to somewhere else or do something else until they got that piece of paper for a commitment, because then they know they got you financially. Go try to move with a nigga to another state and just say, let's do this shit out of love. Love gonna disappear. But let's say we're gonna do this because we married. Oh, we moving. We gonna start a business. We're gonna do these things. Because it can be done now because we committed each other. Because now we ain't committed. We committed to that, what the ideal of that piece of paper is gonna bring us. It's what people really call a security blanket.
Well,
don't
look,
try to go somewhere with somebody.
You have scandal people out here. Okay, let me tell you another scandal. If the two of you decide that you legally want to adopt a kid, and you get a divorce, you're on the hook for child support. And the child's not even yours.
That's your child. Yeah, that's your child. That's right. That's your child. You adopted that child. They ain't got nothing to do with that damn divorce. That's your problem. Take care of me.
That's your problem. That's right. That's your child.
That's what it's supposed to be.
I'm just saying. I found that out. I was out of the house. And because we did the foster kid thing, it was like, oh, let's hold off on the divorce for a minute. I'm trying to adopt this kid. And then somebody put me deep. Dude, if she adopt that kid, you want to hook for child support.
So,
anyway. I know the military have contract marriages. The military has contract marriages, and I found that out living in Virginia Beach, where legally they marry somebody only for 3 years. So they receive more money, more benefits, and then they go ahead and get divorced. Nothing about love. It's just about literally coming up. And they get divorced, and then the person that they marry with their children still get their benefits, and the person that's in the service still get theirs. However, they have to be married for 3 years. No love. I had people that want to propose to me just because I had 4 kids. And that's how I found out about it. Look, we're going to come up on this money. You ain't got to love me. You can still see who you want to see. So again, not everybody feel that way. I understand that. However, what I'm saying is some people think that way about marriage. So the sanctity of marriage is lost, unfortunately.
You
for money.
You just actually said exactly where I was about to go, far as that whole marriage, listening to this conversation and stuff, how I think that, and this is not everybody, this is some people look at
Right.
marriage now as a business instead of looking at it as a connection, a togetherness. And I think that's
That's
what
what it is.
changed. Because if you look at, like Dark said, if you look at the older couples and stuff, they've been married for 50 years and 30 years and 40 years. But I don't care what nobody say, they've been through some shit. It's just that they basically dedicated themselves together to go through that shit together. She probably messed up, he probably messed up. He probably cheat, she probably cheat. But they said, you know what? They had the Will Smith and Jada syndrome, I call it, where you can do whatever the hell you want to go, but I'm not getting divorced. So you can do whatever the hell you want to do, and he can do whatever he want to do, but we're not getting a divorce. Fuck that. We marry forever. And some people have that type of mentality when it comes to things. I'm not saying
And
it's
don't
right.
think that,
Huh?
and you saying that they got them, like we have more like a business mindset now. I don't think that wasn't going on back then too. Back then in our grandparents' age era, I know mine's, even when my grandparents separated, she did not get a divorce. She said, I was with him all these years. I'm getting that pension. I'm getting all that. They wasn't together, but they ain't get a divorce.
Which she probably
So
deserved.
don't
it,
think
because
that
she
wasn't
probably,
going on back in the day. They understood the business aspect of it as well. They was like,
Yeah,
ain't
but I
nobody
don't-
gonna take all that shit that I worked hard to get.
yeah, but I think it was more lenient, more so. Women just like looked at it that way, like, "Huh, I ain't put 30 years in for you to go cheat and me to
Right.
leave. This other chick get all this money and stuff." I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But my thing
Right,
is
I
now,
agree
like,
too.
shame on
I'm
them
not gonna
people.
put in all this, have all your babies cook and clean for you while you work this job and then go to retire for some other younger, more fruitful, perky titty bitch to come in and get this bread and this money. No, boo boo.
I
But
know,
what are
and
you
that's
talking about?
I'm
That
not-
you saying that you've been in a relationship for 13 years and you not married. God forbid you done invested all this time and y'all break up and he get with somebody and marry or whatever. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what would happen right now. You don't get no benefits from the job, being that you was commonly y'all have common law marriage. You don't get a title to his pension, the 401k, and none of
But
that
see,
shit.
I don't need that to define me because as a woman, I stand on my own. So I don't need none of his because as I build me every day, I build me. What he got is he. I'm all right with rubbing your back and playing with your feet and changing your drawers and doing all that. But it's something I do out of the kindness of my heart, not of love. But I'm not using that to build me and my character and my spirit. Because at the end of the day, my 401 gonna look like my 401. My retirement is gonna still be my retirement. It's still gonna be there. You know, if I got to play the game too, you good there for a piece of dick and a nice warm body.
Let me ask you a question. Let's not even talk about, God forbid, not even talk about your significant other cheating. Let's, God forbid, say he doesn't cheat, y'all together for all these years, but y'all not married, and he, God forbid, passes away. That 401k and pension and all that, you don't get none of that. They don't give a fuck how long you've been living with him and y'all been together. You're not entitled to anything.
Right. Because I got
And you
my
okay
house
with
right
that?
here. I'm all right with that. Because guess what? I built this. This
Yeah,
is my house.
again, Fatima, things have changed over the years. Like with your grandparents and great grandparents, back then the women weren't working. BS was nothing. They wasn't able to even get a job out in the street, especially being Black. So in today's times, we are working, we are more self-assured, we are taking care of ourselves, we're more independent.
Yeah.
So yes, we're able to build our own. And those times they wasn't. So they really were waiting for stuff like that.
But wait a minute,
not
hold,
only that,
okay.
I was gonna say not only that, but when you go, wait a minute, when you go to court now, if you have somebody that's, as we call them, a homemaker, the courts, they acknowledge that because they're used to living in a certain way. So this person has never worked, but because of the time that they've put in with you, and you've been making sure they had a car and a roof over their head, the courts say you're gonna still have to do that. And whether it's for a year or 3 years, because they don't make you do it for a lifetime, but they
Not if you're
acknowledge
not
things like
married.
that.
Not if you're not married.
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying this. I'm saying that there's a cover for you. But again, what are we getting married for? Are we really getting married for the love? Or are we getting married to build and we trying to see where it can go? Or is it only for the finances? If it's about the love, I don't give a damn about your 401k. That's extra. That's the icing on the cake. Or is that part of it? Like, again, being honest with
That's
ourselves,
part
why
of
are we
it.
marrying this person? And that's cool for each individual person, because you got two broke people that love the hell out of each other. I seen two homeless people right before I left Philly. I'm not in a relationship. I laughed. I said, they homeless, but they in love. They walking down the street holding hands. I ain't got nobody holding hand with, and I got a home. What the hell going on? But they in love. So again, it depends upon why you with a person. I'm not with you for your money. You know, it's supposed to be about the happiness, and hopefully as we continue to grow and helping each other to be better and investing in each other, then we're going to grow, you know? So I don't know. I feel different.
Like I said, I don't want to exclude love, but I'm too much of a seasoned woman, got too much intelligence for me to be with somebody at this stage of my life for years and not try to solidify. Yeah, you have to be with somebody that you're gonna build with, and it's love and it's business. It's not just, oh, if I love him, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about a combination. Make it make sense. We too grown to be saying, I don't give a fuck about what he got or what she got. You should care about what I got. I should care about what you got. We building together. And all of that is not about the money. It is about the money and it's love. It's a combination of both. All that, I don't want his money. No. I do want your money. I want you to love me and I want your money. We want to be working together. I just cannot see. To each his own. But I'm 26. Mark, shut up. At my age, I would not see myself being with nobody more than 5 years if we not married. What we doing? I'm not doing this with you. I'm too old to be sitting here in some long-term relationship and ain't nothing solidified. You, God forbid, somebody, you get sick. I can't even make no calls or nothing. Like, we could be living together and your mother, I'm not even your next of kin. Your mother could come in there, don't like me, and say, I want her out of here. There's a lot of stuff that come with marriage.
Well, if you're 7 years in and you in the Commonwealth state, you are married. If you're 7 years in and you're living together, you're married, living together. That's Commonwealth. Again, the Commonwealth states, not all states, but 7 years. However, what you're saying, Fatima, is absolutely right. And I would think that's almost a horrible feeling that you can't call and talk to a doctor because you're nobody in a sense. They don't acknowledge you. So I understand that.
That's why you buy the house in your name. That's why you put the car in
Hey
your
now.
name. You put everything in your name. So when mom try to come and take it, you be like, you taking what? You better read that title. Look, that's how you got to do that. You got to put stuff in your name.
And this is a reason why now, if somebody approaches me with, oh, I would like to go out with you, I have 3 questions. Why me? What are your intentions? And what do you hope to gain? And I don't want to hear, I like you. I think we would have fun together. I don't want those answers. You better come with some better answers than that, or we ain't doing nothing.
You forgot to ask them where their COVID card at.
Oh yeah.
And you said you said you've been married 3 times already?
Yes.
So I'm not judging you, but what is your fascination with marriage? Like, why do you have to be married a 4th time?
I don't have to be married, but I like the fact of being with that individual, knowing that that individual is my wife and I'm her husband. I like that. I don't like the we just boyfriend and girlfriend type thing. We too grown for that. Like you said, we're gonna be together. We're gonna build on things. Then we're gonna do it the right way. We're gonna do it legally. I don't have to worry about you when I die or you when I die. You know what I'm saying? I'm hopefully if you go before me, I'm taken care of. Vice versa, you're taken care of. I've been around people who get real stupid when death happens. You know what I mean? And it gets ugly.
It brings out the worst of people.
Yes.
How about dating somebody for let's give it 2 years, because you said you're not going to do 5 years. So let's do 2 years, not even 2.5. And the relationship is growing, y'all still not ready for marriage. However, do you bring up well, have you added me to your will? Have you added that person to your will? Like, have you made those adjustments that in the event something happens for the person you care about, they're still taken care of? And you don't have to go through probate court and all that kind of stuff. Can we at least do things like that in a ongoing long-term relationship? Can we provide, make sure that they're good?
We should do things like that. I mean, I've done things like that with someone who I was dating, and like after 2 or 3 years, yes, you do that if you really love that person. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Well, on that note, y'all, we already 30 minutes over. This was so exciting. Look, look, I didn't know that. I didn't know we was gonna go here on the month of Valentine's Day. But
We terrible.
I guess we open the eyes to some people. I guess a lot of gifts is gonna go back now.
I hope we ain't discouraged nobody getting married.
Yeah, so this has been interesting. I like when everybody on the panel don't agree and everybody really give their opinion. That's what makes it a good conversation, you know. And like I want to highlight on Jay Monet's statement, as far as the way I look at it, is that we have to respect everybody's opinion. Everybody's not going to look at things the same way. And if the world would look at people just to agree to disagree, the world would be a better place, and we would get more information out of people, you know, as far as they're not being afraid to say what they feel. But thanks for Tima for jumping on. I appreciate that.
I want you to come back next week with one of them crazy topics.
This is definitely been interesting.
Get us all riled up.
And what's funny is I noticed that we always have riled up shows when I don't pick a topic and I just say, yo, this is gonna be an open floor. Say what the hell you want to say. And we freestyle. So
well, we had a good one. I guess our listeners out there appreciate it too, because it's something they like to talk about. Come up with another one. We'll get it all riled up.
Okay.
Definitely.
Listen,
so on that note,
tune into my show. Tell them I always have them riled up.
When is your show? Tell them again real quick.
Every second and fourth Sunday of the month from 7 to 9.
Yep. And you
So
can go
we're
back
not,
and
we're
check
not
out her
on this
past
Sunday,
shows.
but the next Sunday.
And you can go back and check out her past shows on Sadior Radio on YouTube, or listen to the podcast on Sadior Radio Podcast. And also check out Open Conversation Show, some of the past episodes of all the shows that was on Sadior Radio. I appreciate everybody. Everybody be safe. Mr. Fastlane, go ahead and get finished judging the game. Tell everybody I send my love and enjoy that sun out there in Florida. And
Definitely.
Look. Miss J. Monet, we see your son too out there in Vegas.
I was gonna say, it looks very light outside. Where you at?
Yeah.
I'm in Vegas. I'm in Vegas. I'm in Las Vegas.
What time is it?
It is 4:30.
Oh, we jealous.
I know.
Your nails is definitely popping.
Oh, that mommy did them. You know, my daughter does my hair and nails. Thank you, boo boo. That was my baby.
She got them popping.
All right, y'all. So y'all be safe, and we check y'all out. Open conversation.
All right, nice. I'm talking to all you guys.
Yo, the music.